Today I'm making lemon drizzle buns. I am Grammy and welcome to my kitchen. To make these delicious buns, you need a couple things. You're going to need a 2-pound ball of sweet rolled dough. I used my bread maker to make mine. And you can find many recipes regarding this dough. And in a future episode of Grammy's recipes, I will be making my recipe for this. You will also need a batch of fresh lemon curd. And last week I made the lemon curd, and you have that recipe already. Super simple. So you're going to combine the two. And you start off by taking your fresh dough. I made mine, but you can buy store-bought bread dough. They have plenty of that in the freezer section. You just have to make sure that you get it up to room temperature. And so I get mine warm right out of my bread maker. And you spread it out into a nice rectangle, as you can see here. And then you're going to get your lemon curd and you're going to start to spread a thin layer of the curd all over the dough. And do your best to get it to all the edges. But I have found that we can also supplement at the end. So don't overstress about the lemon curd. Just do your best. And I will tell you, when you get this process, a lot of curd will leak out. And I will share with you with my batch here that I really thought that I messed this up and that these were not going to be very lemony, because I felt like I just didn't get enough curd in them. But I was wrong. I got plenty of curd in them. But once you have the curd spread out, then you're going to try to roll the dough as tightly as you can. And this is where it's a challenge, because the curd on bread dough makes the dough very slippery, and it doesn't want to behave like a normal like cinnamon roll does when it's just, you're rolling it on dry cinnamon and sugar. So the curd wants to make the dough unwind itself. It also wants to leak out. So I tried not getting to the very end and pinching my dough onto itself, which seemed to help keep some of the curd in there. And once I had that done, I got my large baking dish, which is, I would say it's got to be I think a 15-inch. It's probably a 11 by 15-inch baking pan. It's a little bit larger than like a 9 by 13. And I put some parchment in there. Parchment is your best friend because it will not allow your buns to stick to the bottom. And I cut my rolled dough in 1-inch segments approximately. And I did my best to put them in the baking dish, but they kept unwinding. So I had to keep rolling the roll back into the bun so that it would stay together. You notice that's what I'm doing here. And you'll notice on my counter, a lot of lemon curd just keeps oozing out. And so as I roll my buns, I would at times scoop up some of that lemon curd and put it back on top of the bun, just like I did right there. And that works beautifully. So don't be overstressed if your lemon curd oozes out, because I was stressed about it. Just spin your roll back into shape, put it in your pan, and scoop up the lemon curd and put it onto the roll. And what's also really nice about this recipe is once you get them all rolled out, and I did these in the evening, and I wanted to have them freshly baked for breakfast on the next morning. So I rolled out all my rolls. I scooped up the squoze out lemon curd, and then I went and got more of my lemon curd, and I put a little spoon of lemon curd on the top of each roll just to make sure I had enough lemony goodness in each bun. And then I covered my rolls with some plastic wrap, and then I also covered it with another layer of tin foil. And then I put them in the refrigerator overnight. And so they were in the fridge overnight. The next day, I brought them out and I let them get to room temperature for about an hour. It took about an hour. And I preheated my oven to 350 degrees. And I put them in to bake. Now your rolls will take approximately 30 minutes at 350 degrees to bake fully. And during this time, I made my lemon drizzle. Now you can see when you pull them out of the fridge, they are nicely risen, so you don't have to worry about that. And while you're baking, you make your lemon drizzle, which is 1/2 of an 8-ounce block of cream cheese, the juice of 1 lemon, and 3/4 cup of powdered sugar. And I used my little hand mixer to blend this substance until it was smooth. And you can see that it doesn't take long at all to make your lemon drizzle, and it is delicious. Now the next time I make this batch, I might not use cream cheese. I might just use it with the lemon and the powdered sugar. And then you just simply drizzle it over the top, making sure each bun gets a nice coating of the drizzle. And I recommend you serve your buns warm, but let me tell you, they're delicious cold too. And then I always have to have my favorite tester give them a test. Oh, Papa, what do you think of my lemon drizzle buns?
Hi, here it is. This is a lemon roll. It's the same as cinnamon roll, but it's made with lemon. And here we go. Oh my gosh. It is gooey.
It's gonna be hot.
This is delicious. Wow. I think you guys will like this. My wife's enjoyed making it, and I think this is really good. By the way, don't forget to subscribe.